Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So, just before starting the reading, I was watching shorts, right? And the last one I watched was a very specific energy, had it like it was all about gold and whatever. And I understood like the energy you exude is much more real than your reality or your simulation. And then when I split the deck, I saw the 10 of spades and then the 10 of hearts, which is just. You might have thought at some point it felt like you were fighting off a lot of darkness, but that wasn't the case. It's actually more like you were this light in this infinite void, right? You are this light in this infinite void. And what you were experiencing as the darkness snuffing you out was actually just you observing what's happening within the darkness, okay? So it really is about how you perceive things, again, truly, right? Because how you perceive things is what reality is, especially since you are the light. You get to speak or exude that light into this infinite void of possibilities, right? And thereby changing the void from the Ten of Spades into the Ten of Hearts, right? You tell the void what to do. So the energy you exude is even more, it carries more weight than the void, because the void is actually your canvas that you paint on, right? We have the Nine of Spades. Interesting, but that's giving me. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like the Nine of Diamonds or the Nine of Hearts as well. It's giving me the dream time space, okay? And life's a dream, right? But it's that energy of as soon as you realize you're dreaming, your awareness is what like changes the dream. You can literally do anything, right? So this is what I mean by that, like because you've woken up, because you've realized your divinity, because you've realized who and what you are, your the energy, the thoughts you have, the um literally it's kind of it's already like this, the king of diamonds, as you know, but it's everybody is just like neurons firing in your own mind, right? Like that's where you're existing, right? But like take it a step further and realize like every atom is also just a neuron firing within your own mind. So what's about to happen is, those experiences you have when you're like, when it's just you and the simulation, or it's just your I am and like creation, where it's very evident that you have the code or whatever. That's about to be your like everyday reality. So it's kind of like those readings I did about like playing life on sandbox mode, but there's something about you not like playing anymore. It's like even the controls are different now, because like even the controls of how you navigate the game don't apply to you anymore. Something like that, okay? And it has a lot to do, it has a lot to do with I want to say your consciousness and your perspective, but like it has a lot to do with the fact that life is your dream. Like literally what you think happens, okay? Very literally. The king of spades, very fucking literally. Not like in some kind of woo-woo way, like thinking of something and then you find some kind of like it's very literal. The two of clubs, especially your thoughts, like especially what you think, eh? Like you don't even have to speak. It's just like the way you show up the day in like in the matrix, in the simulation, Like that's what the simulation is that day. You understand? Like it's purely it's so evident now that it's no longer even a question to you anymore. Like you're not questioning whether you're even dreaming anymore, whether life's a dream or a simulation. Like that's over and done with, right? It's just this I don't know, it almost feels like an overbearing knowledge, that nine of spades, like this like overbearing knowledge that like it's quite an intense thought to have. Like you can do anything you want. It's quite like what the fuck? Like so what now? Kind of energy. It can seem suffocating or deadening, right? But again, it depends on how you view it, how you utilize this energy. Um, this is also not something that's happening in the near future. This is something that's happening now. It's something that you're, like, it's a process that you're currently a part of or in. The Nine of Clubs. You know, when I said I wouldn't be surprised to see the Nine of Hearts or the Nine of Diamonds, I also thought, interestingly enough, like a bad thought creating reality. I also thought like watch it be the Nine of Clubs, you know, like Murphy's Law, or like isn't that ironic or whatever, you know. The King of Diamonds, Six of Clubs, and the Ace of Clubs. Beautiful. So I feel like the whole purpose for you to like witness once again, because you were just witnessing actually the darkness. It seemed very real, but it's because like you are I am, you know. But the whole idea of you witnessing that darkness was for you to recognize that yes, okay, these are my thoughts, these are my sins or my whatever, however it is that you experience it, right? Um, and that's why it feels real, blah blah blah. But now that you have this knowledge, that also ties in with like the abuse actually never happened. You were just observing like a movie play out, and like you obviously you felt it, but it's like crying at the movie, right? Because you relate with it. But so that's what that 9-9 is actually representing. It's that full circle of yes, it is your creation. But now that you, it's kind of like it's the burden you're carrying is no longer about fuck, am I asleep like in a matrix? Like that used to be a burden and that felt like suffering. Now the burden that you're carrying is much more in this frequency of like, I don't know, like not responsibility. This King of Diamonds, like you can see it as a responsibility, but it's literally much more this energy of like, but what do I do now? Since I'm literally dreaming, and since I literally have control over what's happening, where do I go from here into eternity? What do I do now? So your burden has shifted. What troubles you has completely shifted. Okay, your troubles. It's like first world problems now. It's no longer about Jesus' existence is so hard to carry. It's more like Jesus' existence is so big and there's so much to do, and I have like eternity to do it. Better get started, I guess. Something like that, you know. But I feel like all of that can be really truly summed up in into the statement of like you really need to recognize that, especially when it comes to your temple, like your body, your own, like, and your like room, your like very personal space, but like your energy is much more real. It's much more real than your reality. Okay, your energy exudes much more um, like beingness, reality than reality itself, you know, because it is what is projecting reality ultimately, right? But I feel like that's finally the stage you're in with your relationship with reality, within you, like the dynamic you have with it, right? It's now like it's like you are much more real than life itself. You know, you're much more true. You're much more existing than existence, and that carries a lot of it carries a lot of like wisdom. Like I want to say weight, but that's not really the right word. Like, druidy vibes. It carries a lot of like dark, deep, dark, like acceptance and reverence and like knowledge, and like it's very very wise, very, but like in a very like almost gloomy way. I don't know. It's very overcast here, very rainy and stuff as well, and like Odinic energy almost. Like being the dream walker, like life is literally a dream. Like you're already experiencing it as a dream, yes, but like it was about like learning how to control the lucidity, learning how to control the fact that that you're in a dream, and anyway, that was beautiful energy. It's always when I'm not really sure as to what energy comes up, then like it's like this proper like magical bullshit. Here's a pyramid for you that I am playing with. This is what my rose rolling paper came in. I bought 2 rose rolling papers. I don't know why I'm sharing this. Made from real rose. Okay, thank you so much, guys. That was your reading. Thank you for liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading and session. Everything is in the description box down below. If you're interested in beautiful crystals, that's in the description box down below as well. At a discounted price, of course. Apakachukache. What else? What else? I feel like there's also this energy, like it feels kind of like excitement, but it's like, because I was very excited to do this reading today, and I was also like, I felt very like, ooh, yay, and I kind of don't want to leave. So there's something about that as well. Like life used to be a dream that you wanted to wake up from. Now it's a dream that like you don't want to wake up from. You understand? Okay, guys, I will see you again for another one.